Hello and welcome to the Third and Long podcast.
Yeah, it's the Ollies again. We've been left to it for another night.
And for the
Welcome.
last podcast of the year again.
I know it's been mad. I can't believe it's January on Saturday, and we've had 16 weeks finished to this season.
Yes.
Of this year so far. It's been a good year for
And
football.
this could be a big week for the Patriots and the Niners.
Could both seal could both seal the playoff positions this weekend, could we? With
Yes.
the results going the right way and other bits and pieces. Yeah, most
And
definitely.
there's a big announcement happening in that hour and a half, is there not?
What's
At
that
10
one?
o'clock GMT tonight, the Hall of Fame finalists for the 2022 inductees is announced.
I completely missed that one. Whoops.
They were talking about it on Good Morning Football this morning.
Okay. I did see that.
I really think
So.
Pat Willis deserves to get in, but I don't think he will.
I haven't seen who's the actual grouping at the minute.
There's loads of them. I took note of the three X9ers, and that's about it. There was Anquan Bolden, Pat Willis, and some guy I never heard of who apparently played for the Niners at one point, probably way before my time.
I love that some bloke I never heard of. Brilliant. So he's got to be third or fourth or eighth ballot then, isn't he? He can't be first ballot.
No, Anquan Bolden's first ballot.
Yeah. Most likely. He's not long retired, has he? So would be.
Yeah, well, I think I can't remember. He either retired in 2012 after he won this. No, because
it's got to be a minimum of 5 years.
He either had one or two. He was either 2013 or 2014 because he played for us in 2013.
It's got to be a minimum of 5 years they've got to be retired for before they.
Yeah, but they'll probably change the rules. They'll probably change the rules for Brady.
To be fair, he does deserve it a little bit.
I thought they might. I thought they might have changed it for Manning.
Well, Manning's guaranteed anyway. Same as Breeze.
Well, Manning's
guaranteed, aren't they?
Peyton's already in, so.
I think Eli will be in.
Yeah, Eli will be in once he can be.
Yeah. Week 16. So we'll start with the Thursday night game, which is the last Thursday night football of the year, and I think you're going to want to miss that one, don't you?
I don't want to talk about it.
What happened? Because
everything
went wrong, didn't it?
Jimmy Garoppolo forgot how to play football.
A bit like on Christmas Day that Baker Mayfield forgot to throw to his teammates.
Literally. What I don't understand is how Garoppolo got injured in the second quarter, tearing a ligament in his thumb, yet played the rest of the game.
Was it his non-throwing hand?
No, it's on his throwing hand.
That's interesting, then.
He's doubtful. He's doubtful for Sunday.
Oh dear, that could end your career.
I think apparently he's hopeful he can play on Sunday.
How's he going to be able to play on Sunday with a ligament injury in his throat?
I think
doesn't make sense.
I think they're doing what they did to Arizona.
Okay.
When Trey Lance started, it was like Jimmy may play this week. Oh no, Jimmy actually had no chance of playing. But I think we're just trying to almost double bluff Houston into not just having to prepare for Lance.
Yeah, but Houston, you could beat them with Lance anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think we can beat Houston with Lance, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm not overly worried.
Baker Mayfield's first came back after COVID looked like Cam Newton when he returned from COVID. Honestly, he was shocking.
I didn't see much of the game.
I watched all the game.
There's a chance I might have been doing tequila shots with my cousins.
That was Monday. Oh no, okay, yeah.
I know.
It wasn't the day you messaged going, I'm never drinking again.
No. There was more tequila shots with my cousins on that day, but
fair enough. Rodgers surpassed Brett Favre for the 442 passes.
Yes.
the most for a single franchise. I'm glad Tom's not on this one because Tom would be denying it, but Brett Rodgers is not Brett Rodgers. Who the hell's Brett Rodgers? As a mixture of both. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer. He will be a first ballot. The lad.
Oh, when you were saying Tom, then I thought you meant Brady for a minute.
No, Tom. Sometimes. He is a great quarterback. Even when he's not playing well, and he got banged up a few times in that game, and he still managed to boss the Browns.
As I've said by a couple of times, like talent alone, Rodgers is the best quarterback. Like throwing talent.
By an absolute mile, he is. Yeah, he's
Brady,
very, very good.
Like I think Brady's the GOAT, but I do think Rodgers could have been a better quarterback.
Rodgers has a very good pocket presence.
Yes.
Very good at moving the pocket. Very good. Yeah. He's just a great quarterback.
Speaking of Brady, I was watching Ted 2 the other day, and I forgot about that Brady scene for a minute.
Perfect spiral! Wow. Yeah, that's a good scene. That is. Indianapolis roll on, so they've now picked up to the number 3 seed.
Yes. Fingers crossed Cardinals lose this week.
I've got them to lose this week.
Let's all cross everything that the Cardinals lose this week and LA clinch the division.
Do you reckon they'll clinch the division, do you?
Well, I hope they clinch the division.
Why do you want them to clinch?
Because we've got them week 18.
So it gives you the... that makes sense. That makes sense. I'll give it that
I'm hoping if they've clinched the division and Green Bay get number 1 seed if they win, that they'll best players.
Fair enough. So India have won 9 of the last 12 games.
India
are a team I do not want to be playing in the playoffs, but as it stands at the moment, it is Patriots Bengals, which could be a very tasty game in the playoffs.
Who have Indianapolis got this week?
Indy have Kansas, I want to say. No, that's not right. They have got Raiders.
How is the Raiders' run defense? How is the Raiders' run defense?
They managed to stop Chubb.
There are 2 reasons.
Jonathan Taylor.
Number 1, Carson Wentz is out.
Yep.
And number 2, I'm against Jonathan Taylor in one of my Super Bowls.
Not me. You've not got me against me.
Honestly, I've not checked that one.
Yeah, I think Tom had that one. I still managed to beat him, and I had.
I'm talking about the 2 where I've got money on the line.
Okay, fair enough then. The ones on the Sleeper League fantasy.
One's Sleeper and one's MFL.
Probably onto the most boring game of the night, especially for the first half on Sunday Night Football. Oh my God, how poor was that? Especially that first half.
Which
New York against Philadelphia. New York against Philadelphia. That was shocking.
Yeah.
It ended up with Eagles absolutely blowing out.
Was it like 3-0 or 3-3 at half time?
3-3 at half time.
Yeah.
It was 3-3 at half time. They finished up 34-10. It puts the Eagles into playoff positions now. But it was such a poor game. It really was. There was nothing about it in the first half. No throwing.
The thing with Philly is, we have the tiebreak over them. The only people I'm worried about now are the Saints.
Really? I wouldn't be worried about the Saints. So New Orleans have got this week and Carolina and Atlanta.
If they lose to the Panthers and the Niners win this week, we clinch.
No, you'll take that one. You'll take that, won't you? Tom's team. So Tom can't talk about this one. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch much of. I haven't seen much of the games. I've only seen them through what they're showing on.
This was a good game, actually. To be fair,
it looked it. I mean, Jefferson's passed Beckham's yardage in the first 2 seasons in the NFL history, that's some good going. He is a talent, Justin Jefferson. He's now at 2,755 yards.
He is.
In his first 2 years. It is something else. It really is. It's so good.
I'm gonna lie. I sort of saw snippets of these games. I've not seen.
Yeah, I've only seen snippets of these games. To
I've
be fair,
I've
I mean, I was
I, I've
concentrating majority on the Patriots game, which I don't want to talk about. Which is
I've
next
had
one on
I've
the
had a,
NFL
as you
page.
know, I've had a crazy couple of days. So
Drinking lots of alcohol
yes,
and playing pool
yes,
and darts.
and darts.
How was your pool and darts?
It was great, thank you. How was your pool?
It was alright. It was alright.
For those of you that don't know, we literally bumped into each other yesterday.
In Mr. Mulligan's.
Yes.
We actually went on to golf afterwards. We played a bit of pool and then went on to golf.
We uh, I think golf was booked up till like 5.
Yeah, we had it booked at 5, wasn't it? Yeah, 5. Um, Rams have now clinched the playoff position, haven't they? So they've clinched the
Yes.
position.
They've not
I
clinched
mean,
division though.
they've not clinched the division. They finish up with Baltimore, and then they've got you guys. So they've got a tricky one. Arizona have got Cowboys and Seahawks.
Yeah.
Who else in that one? So then it's those two. Yeah, then it's you and Seahawks, isn't it?
Seahawks. Yeah.
So I think you're going to need one. We need a win as well. I'm going to scroll down because I'm going down the NFL. I don't really want to talk this one, but I will be talking about that. Josh Allen was superb, and the referees need a serious talking out because there was a couple of calls that was absolutely shocking. There was one play where Mac Jones was off the field of play, got thrown to the ground by the defensive end, and it's like, and then he slid, and one of the defensive players went to hit him on his helmet. There was no penalties. David Andrews stood up to him. David Andrews stood up to him to protect the quarterback, like you meant to do. Your offensive line meant to protect your quarterback, and he got flagged for it. There was no pushing, shoving from Andrews. Just stood up and had a go at the player, helmet to helmet.
What was he given? Unsportsmanlike.
They were both given a sportsman. Both penalties. None void each other out. And it's like, seriously, hitting a quarterback when he's giving himself up is a more serious penalty. Yeah, is a more serious penalty than then a player defending his quarterback who was on the ground.
Yeah,
who's already been thrown off the pitch when he was already off the pitch. You look at the play when Josh Allen got hit out of bounds in week 13. Yeah, week 13. When he was still inbounds, but he was out of the ground. And yet, when Mac Jones was already out of bounds after making 13 yards.
Ian agrees with me.
Yep. I agree with that.
I hope you're feeling okay, Ian, after your COVID.
Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, man. Yeah, I completely agree. Ian, the taunting rule is... Yes, the taunting rule is fine, but it needs adjusting. It's like... There's taunting and then there's just celebrating. A lot of these ones are classed taunting, celebrating.
For example, some of the ones I want to give: DK Metcalf hugging a post.
Yep.
The Bengals player that pointed at Alex Mack, the Niner.
To be fair, Terry Kill did that as well when he crossed the line against someone. I can't remember who it was.
The peace sign.
Yep. And someone did it in the Super Bowl against him as well, and he also got flagged for it. I can't remember who it was when they intercepted them. That was another one.
And Ian's coming again.
You questioned me. I'm going to throw a taunting flag. Pretty much. Yeah. Cheers for the update on the United score.
Welcome.
Yeah, there is. There is some real dodgy calls in this. It's really, really bad at the moment. Buccaneers roll on again.
Yeah, the Bucs
Cam
are
Newton's now what? Now
it's
what now? 13 starts for Cam Newton as a Panthers.
Please, Matt Rule, start Darnold on Sunday.
I think he will.
Please. You need to beat the Saints. Just for my peace of mind.
Well, he got benched. And I could see them start running the two quarterback system like they do in New Orleans because it works there. And I think it would work better for Cam Newton because Cam Newton's not a throwing quarterback; he is a running quarterback.
They were playing the two quarterback system a bit last week. I think the
I
Niners
think
should
a
play
lot
a
more than that.
two-quarterback system because at the moment, if we do start Garoppolo on Sunday, yeah, what does that say to Trey Lance?
You're not good enough.
We
Yeah.
drafted you 3 overall, and we're playing a guy with a torn ligament in his thumb over you.
So Buccaneers with the win over the Panthers are clinched the division for the first time since 27.
Yeah, and I noticed something weird. It's like in Brady's however long career, he's only not won the division 3 times.
Yeah.
And one of those times he was out for the whole season with a torn ACL.
Yeah. And he's always won the division, always won the Super Bowl. Probably MetLife was probably the game of the night, the week. I'd say the Jags Jets game was a really entertaining game.
It was
Zach
an entertaining
Wilson's run,
game. That was incredible. The only issue
52
was
yards, the longest
it was sort
touchdown
it was so boring because it was totally irrelevant to anybody.
apart from themselves.
Yes.
You know, Zach Wilson's run was absolutely brilliant. It shows what that kid can do. Give him a good protection, and he'll be okay. I think in the NFL. I mean, we'll talk about what he did pre-Christmas with his team to the waitresses. That sounds really wrong.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
The gesture he did for a waitress. That's the better way of doing it. Not what he did to a waitress.
We're sort of having to fuse 2 shows into one here, but okay.
Yeah, well, 2 shows into one with Christmas and weddings. Monday was never going to happen really.
No.
Lions Falcons. Lions had a chance to probably move above Falcons. Or not move above Falcons, move above New York, move above Jacksonville, and they blew it.
They're already above Jacksonville.
They weren't going into this game, though, were they? Were they? I can't remember.
Yeah, they were because Detroit have won 2 and tied 1. I think Jacksonville have just won 2.
Yeah, correct. Just reading through now. It's Atlanta's first win in Atlanta this season. How can you? It's all It took Patriots 5 games to win in Foxborough. But imagine going the whole game.
It took Niners 4 or 5 to win in Levi.
It's bad though, isn't it? How can it take you that long? You're meant to have home field advantage, and
we went over a year without winning at Levi.
Sorry, most teams go a whole year without winning. Most teams have. Detroit have gone a whole year without winning.
So the Jags.
I'm going to say this was shock of the night. Texans beating the Chargers.
Yeah, the Texans look good just as they're coming up to play the Niners.
They are now looking. Well, they've got no pressure, have they? And they now found an identity without
Deshaun.
His name should not be mentioned. They're looking a bit better. They've won. That's the last 3 out of 4 games they've won against Chargers now.
Yeah, well, Bill O'Brien just totally messing up the franchise is sort of dissipating a bit now.
Yeah, it's slowly sorting out, isn't it?
Davis Mills is looking like he has potential.
Davis Mills looks really good. He looked really good again.
So,
I haven't got his stats up in front of me.
Well, if they use their draft pick well and get him some weapons, they could be interesting next season.
I think they need a couple of edges or a right tackle and left tackle because their interior O-line's not too bad. It's the exterior O-line that's the issue. They've got a lot of sacks coming from the outside, from the rushes from the outside.
So Nick Bosa and Arden Key next week.
Hopefully, yeah. I think that wherever he is because their issue is their interior O-line. Their exterior of the O-line is really good.
Don't you mean the interior? The interior.
Yeah, interior of the O-line. The interior of the O-line is really good. The exterior is a bit weak.
So Nick Bosa coming in from the edge on Sunday.
Maybe. Baltimore getting absolutely ravaged by a Bengal. So I had to put that pun in. Joe Burrows and T. Higgins had an absolute field day. I mean, Burrows went for 525 yards. Fourth most passes in a yardage in a game since 1950.
And I mean, T. Higgins went for almost 200 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Was it 196? Was it or something mad like that?
194, yeah. I think.
I think it shows on when we pick our players of the weeks how good that game was. Every time they turned
Yeah.
up. I like what Joe Burrow said.
What did you say?
This isn't Pee Wee football anymore. We play until the final whistle. They did it against us last year. We're gonna do it. We did it 7. It's fair. It's football. We're adults. Sod them.
Yeah, you don't let up when you're up by 2 touchdowns.
This isn't the longest yard. Yeah. Bears into snow game.
Yes, I finally saw a snow game. I was happy about that.
I know I'd have thought they would have seen one ages ago, but yeah, only just having a snow game.
This one messed up my bet.
Oh, did you have Seahawks to win?
Yeah, it was the only
They
one that
almost
let
did.
down. It was the only one that let down my bet.
It's the first time under Pete Carroll Seahawks are in double digits in defeat columns.
It's the first time under Russell Wilson since they drafted Russell Wilson that they'd have a losing season.
It's mad, isn't it?
Since 2012.
I reckon, because obviously we'll talk about Big Ben in a bit, but with Big Ben, I reckon he'll end up in Pittsburgh.
Wilson?
Yeah.
I reckon Garoppolo's going to end up there.
It's going to be a lot of carousel going on. Yeah, I don't.
Well, you know me. I love the QB carousel almost as much as I love the coaches carousel.
3-0 now.
Yeah,
Ronaldo. Yeah. Steelers got demolished. My son was so happy about this, telling me in the morning when they won this. I watched most of it and then got bored. I think I got bored at halftime because it was so poor.
I went to bed in the third quarter of these games.
It was so poor that the Steelers Chiefs game was so poor. I turned it off, put it on red zone. Big Ben, you can tell he's coming to the end of his career. He didn't look good at all. He was sacked 4 or 5 times again. Hit a few times, missing all his receivers.
I'm just going to stick this on now.
Yes, I think he is. Most definitely.
I believe he said to his teammates or someone that all roads point to his game this weekend being
his last one.
His last one at Heinz Field.
He's got to retire, isn't he?
Surely.
Is anyone going to really want to take him on when he is literally held together by gaffer tape and WD-40?
As OC said, his body's not doing what his mind wants him and thinks he can do.
Yeah, most definitely. And he looks a shadow of the player who won the Super Bowl.
Speaking of, we'll get to the Super Bowl because I want to say something about the Super Bowl later in the year. Later in the year.
We've only got a day.
later in the show.
Okay, fair enough. He's not the player he was. It's the 6th time the Chiefs have won the AFC West. Straight.
But let's just say Big Ben first ballot Hall of Famer.
I'm not sure. Yes, if he had retired before he was injured last season, I would have said yes. But the way he's come back this season, I don't think so. I don't think he will be a first. He will be a Hall of Famer, but I don't think he's going to be first ballot. He'll probably be.
It's 3-1 now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Great. Oh well.
We need to stop doing the show while United won, really, don't we?
Need to stop doing the show when other sports won. Broncos, Raiders. That's the 4th straight game that Las Vegas have beaten Denver.
Yeah. Is John watching?
I don't know. Is John watching? We know Ian's watching. He's a Broncos fan. Could have liked to hear what he says. So, Raiders are somehow getting wins for the most unorganized, undisciplined franchise in the league. They're somehow getting wins.
It done sometimes.
And I don't get how. It shows they've got some very good players in that franchise.
I mean, Derek Carr's having a great season.
He is. He's 4th in the passing stats.
Max Crosby, although the Raiders need to be quiet about the fact that he's better than Nick Bosa. Look at the stats. He's still a good edge rusher.
I was waiting for that. I mean, they're both in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, but Bosa's got more sacks, more tackles for losses in one less season.
Okay. Well, we're going who's better, the Bosa, Chase Young. We won't go into that argument again today.
Sacks this season?
1.5, but he was injured for
but
since week 6, week 5, something like that.
Sacks after 6 sacks after 5 or 6 games this season?
I don't know. I haven't looked that far down.
Sacks per game?
Shall we go on to the Cowboys? And they were beating Washington, and Washington were beating themselves literally on the touchline.
Yes.
A couple of Alabama teammates having a punch up.
Ron Rivera was just like, I love how Ron Rivera was just like, yeah, we're not going to discipline either of them. They can sort it out between themselves.
It is quite cool. It's good, and they probably will have a chat about it. The team captain being the going, come on, guys, that's not good. You can't be doing that.
Kieran Dyer and Lee Bowyer-esque.
Hey, back in the days. But Dallas looked good.
Although I want Dallas in the playoffs out of any of the teams I could have, they do look good. But, however, I think they also do look beatable.
They do look beatable. If you can get through that O-line to Dak, to Zeke, they're beatable. If Dak's got a bit of time, he will find that pass. He looked a bit iffy when he came back from that calf injury, but that's probably the best game he's looked since he's come back.
Yes.
And that defense is brilliant. That is such a good defense. They work so hard.
Micah Parsons is a little star, isn't he? Well, he's not very little, but he's definitely a star.
He is an absolute stud. He is probably the best defensive rookie I've seen
since, let's see what you say here.
Bosa. In a decade.
Bosa.
In a decade.
What,
Joey?
Bosa
Joey.
And Bosa.
I think he's absolutely superb. He is given a different edge to that defense. They can play him in different positions. We said this the other week. He plays linebacker. He plays defensive end. He plays defensive tackle. He plays all across the linebacker. He plays Mike. He plays Sam. He plays Will. So he plays all 3 linebacker positions. And he still gets awesome. His stats for the last month was really good for someone who plays in different positions. And his coverage is really good as well. He can drop in to do really good coverage. He's a brilliant player.
He was my pick. He was my pick for DOY, wasn't he, at the start of the season?
Yeah, I can see why.
You went for some DB and Tom went for some D end, I think, or you went for a D end.
I went for DE. Yeah, I went for D end. It's over there. I can't be asked to go and get it. Written down somewhere. I've written it down. It's on one of the earlier podcasts. Go back onto Spotify and have a listen. It'll be on there somewhere, guys. I feel sorry for Ian Brook. What was it? 4 sacks in the first half?
I know he threw 2 interceptions.
I think he got sacked 6 times. 4 of them in the first half.
Yeah.
But they had 22 starting, or 22 of the 53 roster missing.
Yeah.
Including their head coach. You've got no chance against a very good Miami team.
And this week they're missing their starting right tackle and their starting left tackle.
Oh dear. That's not good, is it?
I'm hoping that the Panthers D-line will make hay.
So Miami, they beat us, then they lost 7 on the bounce, and now they won 7 on the bounce. It's the first team
ever to do that.
To
have a 7-game losing streak and a 7-game winning streak in the same season.
It's mad. How they've turned that around is super. I mean, we saw them over
let me ask you a
London,
question. Has these past 7 games changed your opinion on a certain player named Tungo Vailoa?
No. Haven't seen enough of him to change my mind from what I saw at Tottenham.
When he throws 4 touchdowns in Foxborough, will that change your opinion?
No, I just call him. I can't say that word on air. He will be cursed left, right, and centre.
The thing is, at Tottenham Stadium, he looked good in the first quarter.
And then Jags found a way to get to him, and then he
Yes.
looked like a deer in the headlights. He was. You couldn't work out who was the rookie quarterback between him and Trevor Lawrence.
He looked about as good
That's
as Zach Wilson. He looked about as good as Zach Wilson did the week before.
that's a fair assumption, actually. To be fair, he looked so much better than Zach Wilson. But yeah, it's not nice, is it? On to some very sad news. The Voice, the game, the probably greatest coach of all time.
I mean, all we can say is thank you for everything he's done for the sport, really.
Yeah, I mean, he was drafted by the Eagles in 1958. He never played a snap. He got injured in preseason in training camp. Never played again. Went on to coaching as college. Worked his way up at Allen Hancock College, assistant coach. Then went on to head coach there. Went on to San Diego State as DC. Then he coached the Oakland Raiders, which is probably where he made his career, shall we say? You know, he's a Hall of Famer coach. You know, his coaching career at Oakland was between 1969 and 1978. They won the AFC West 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
Yeah.
They went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl in 1976.
Yeah. And I know I said I'd talk about that Super Bowl between the Steelers and the Cardinals when Big Ben won it. That was the last game John Madden ever called, and it was possibly the best Super Bowl apart from the New England Falcons game.
See, I remember him for Rams Patriots, first ever Super Bowl that the Patriots won. I remember him hearing his Dorset tones. Yeah,
I hope he's calling games up in the sky now because that's a lot of people. He is the voice of football for a lot of people.
He is the voice. I mean, his career, his regular season, stats. It was 75% win ratio. 103 games. No, 103 wins, 32 losses, and 7 ties. God, there's 7 ties? Sheesh. you don't get 7 ties nowadays, do you?
He was there for a lot of seasons. You only get 1 or 2 ties, I guess, per season in the thing though. Because what we got this season, Detroit tied with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, 1, and I don't remember any last season
No.
or the year before. And then he went on to, I mean, most people's going to know him as his broadcasting career.
Or his game.
CBS, most people know it for his game. And if EA Sports have got any right, they will have his face on that cover of that game for Madden 23 next year.
They should do.
As tribute. Even if it says the Legends cover. You know, he is a legend. He is a legend. On the field, on the commentary booth, or, all round what he did for the game. Madden brought more fans to the game. He brought me to the game. Playing Madden 99, picking it up, not knowing anything about American football back then, playing this game, thinking, wow, and then started watching the games, watching the Super Bowls on BBC.
Played Madden 06 or 07, I think was the first one I played.
I don't think you were born in 93, were you? In 99, were you?
Yes, thank you.
Just.
I was born in 98.
Wow. I'm not going to say anything else. So.
Yeah, okay, I'm a baby compared to you.
Yes, thanks for that. He is.
Born in 82 over there.
Yeah, I'm old. He is. Yeah, probably the greatest. He won't be replaced. I mean, you've got some coaches will eclipse his legacy, his career, his records. Manning, one of the, not Manning, Belichick, one of them. Bruce Arians is probably going to be another one that could eclipse his records.
Potentially Andy Reid, depending on how long he's at Kansas City for.
Potentially, yes. But what he did for the sport is immense.
Yes.
He's a proper character. He is still a proper character.
Yes.
He is
He lived and breathed. He lived and breathed the game.
Yeah, he actually, Don Sula was one of his coaches he helped bring up into the era. Just reading
And
on Wikipedia.
We all know about John Shula.
Yep, absolutely superb. Shall we go on to? I'm going to change what I was talking about. I was going to go on to COVID, but I want something a little bit more interesting. I want to talk about Mr. Wilson's very generous offer that he did to a waitress.
You tagged me in this yesterday after we spoke about it at Mr. Milligan's.
Oh, it's fair play to him. So
yes,
his whole team went out to dinner on Christmas Day.
Christmas brunch.
This waitress, after I recognised who he was so excited, really excited, FaceTimed her son. The woman was jumping around, bouncing all mad. It's absolutely brilliant. It's all over their social media. You'll see it on YouTube as well. So Zach Wilson FaceTimed and said that, feel really sorry that your mum's working on Christmas Day, blah, blah, blah. Would you like a couple of tickets to the game tomorrow, so Boxing Day?
Yes.
Luckily they won that game, otherwise that'd been a crap Christmas present.
Maybe he was like,
oh crap, I better win this game.
It's probably like, we actually have a chance against the Jags.
Yeah. Fair play to him. It just shows, like, okay, he could have given those tickets to anyone. He could have given to family. No, he's given to someone who is his son's a big NFL fan, big New York Giants.
Yeah, but apparently she mentioned at one point that she wanted to take you to his game, but she couldn't.
Yeah. And I would love to see some footage of what the son being there as well in MetLife. See what it was like. That would have been quite cool.
Yeah.
See the other side of it as well. So a fair play to him, and I dock my cap to her. These young lads, their understanding of social media more helps, I think. Yeah. Builds their brand, builds their likability. We've seen what it did in Formula One with the likes of
Lando Norris,
Lando, Charles, George Russell, and all that lot when they did the esports last year. It built what they are and may bring more people like them. So
yeah,
having this social media around, having the young lads understand the social media helps, I think, a lot.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Shall we move on to? Shall we actually talk about Big Ben now and what he actually says properly this time? And who do you think is going to take over him? Are they going to draft a kid?
As I said, I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be in Pittsburgh next season.
So, who's the backup there who got smacked in the head by Myles Garrett?
Rudolph. No, Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph.
Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins are the other ones there.
Those aren't. They're going to feel
NFL level quarterbacks.
Mason Rudolph did okay last year until he got hit in the head by a helmet, by Myles Garrett's helmet.
This season, he couldn't beat the Lions. The only other person that couldn't beat the Lions was Kirk Cousins.
That's very true. Oh, where's Tom to rib about that one? That would have been so much fun. Yeah, I mean, I think I said a bit, and I could see Russell Wilson going there. You think you can see Jimmy?
Yeah. I feel like Jimmy for a first round pick would be a fair trade.
First round? But it depends. If they don't start Lance, I think they might go with Jimmy for another year and have Lance sit behind him.
I think they could do that, or they might keep Jimmy as a backup.
But there's a couple of good quarterbacks out there. I mean, they're going to be high 20s. There's got to be a lot of O-line, a lot of D-line and corners going before quarterback goes this year, I think.
I mean, the quarterback class isn't great this year, is it? Let's be real.
No, you've got a couple. You've got Riddler, who's probably the standout one. Carson Palmer's brother, Jordan Palmer, is very high on him.
I mean,
the Heisman Trophy winner's not in it.
No, he's got another year or two.
He's got another year, which, as you found out the other day,
I mean, he's a sophomore, so he has another 2.
No, it's mad, isn't it? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting off season. Free agent is going to be really good. Looking forward to that.
Please, at least 2 cornerbacks.
I saw somewhere that Stefan Gilmore's only there until the end of the season, so he could be on free agency. He'd be a good corner for you.
Yeah, well, we need somebody because Ambry Thomas isn't really filling me with confidence.
No, I wouldn't either. He looked dodgy as. On to COVID. Seems to be this never goes away. Oh, was that you pressing it twice? There we go. So the big one was Carson Wentz. He's out. Cardinals have got 4. Marcus Golden's out. Atlanta Falcons is got a dozen out at the moment. Their big one is the defensive tackle. Davidson's out. Felipe Franks, backup quarterback's gone. Hayden Hurst, the tight end's out as well through COVID.
That's quite a big one.
Yeah. Baltimore Ravens, Huntley's still out at the moment, according to PFF this morning. Gus Edwards, the halfback, he's out as well. That's quite a big one.
I mean, the Ravens don't have any running backs anyway, do they?
Carolina have got a few out. PJ Walker, well, he's not going to really be playing at the moment now. The other one's out. Brandon Burns, Marcus Hines, he's a couple of big players are out as well.
Of course, there's a couple of days for them to come back before.
Exactly. So hopefully, Sunday. I mean, they've changed the protocol listing, haven't it? Isn't it now? Isn't it down to 5 days? So hopefully, 5 days with 2 negatives, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
So
5 days of 5 days of asymptomatic and 2 negative tests within 24 hours.
So hopefully, some of these players will get back because we've said it a few times now. I don't want this season being determined by players, big players being missing COVID, especially as it rolls up to what's coming up to the Super Bowl, the end of the season.
I'm just going to put this back up there because I also hope it's not decided by an officiating call.
Yes.
I agree with that one. The Saints Rams conference final.
Oh, what? When it was blatantly a late hit?
Blatantly PI. Even the Rams, all day long. Even the Rams cornerback said, "Yeah, I was PIing him."
Yeah, and you could see Sean McVay just laughing, going, "How have we got away with that one?" Yeah, I don't want that to happen as well.
It was not Sean McVay. It was Is it Sean McVay? Yeah, Rams. It's because it's Sean McVay and Sean Payton.
Yeah, just a little, and they're both spelled SEAN.
Yeah,
really annoying. Cleveland's list has gone down now. There's no massive names on there anymore. Greg Newsom's on there. Sorry, Cincinnati Bengals have got a few
just while we're there, what's the Houston looking like?
As we scroll down, Dallas have got no major injuries. Broncos have got a few, no major again. According to their PFF grades so far.
That's right. I'm nervous about the Niners playing Houston.
Oh, well, because of all the COVID issues. Yeah, okay.
No COVID issues. We don't have any COVID players. I'm just worried.
Green Bay have got a few. Kevin King's one of them. John Charles is another one.
Just while we're on Green Bay, they've activated J. Alexander off IR.
I saw that. That's massive. That's a big one for them. Just in time. I did see that Houston have got, looks like 12. AJ Moore. It's no point looking at their grades because David Johnson's out. They're running back. Philip Dorsett's out, the ex-Patriots wide receiver. Chris Moore's also out. AJ Moore, that's another one as well. So there's a couple of starters probably missing there, but nothing to worry, San Fran. Indy have got a few out. Obviously, you've got Carson Wentz, which is the big one that came out this week.
That's the big one this week, isn't it?
Jacksonville have got loads. Oh my God, Jacksonville have got like 20. There's quite a lot of players. There's a lot of all their tight ends are out. Wow, the whole tight end.
Get Tebow in.
Hey, it's the offense. Kansas have got 4, back down to 4. Raiders have got a few. Mariota's one of them.
So Mariota's unlucky. I think Mariota's unlucky.
Waller's out as well. That's another big one. Chargers have got loads, including Mike Williams, Chris Harris, Andrew Brown, Dustin Hopkins, the kicker's out as well.
Yeah, actually, I think the man is punters on COVID.
Uh,
I believe Wisnowski is.
Rams have got Darrell Henderson and Andrew Whitworth on COVID, so that's big. The offensive tackle out. Probably one of the best. Well, he is a Hall of Fame offensive tackle. Miami have got a few. Minnesota have got a few. No starters by the looks of that one. Patriots have got Brian Hoyer, Brandon King, and Josh Oots. Saints have got. Looks like both their quarterbacks have been activated off COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
All
But I
their
believe they
defensive.
don't. I believe they don't have that. They have a left tackle and a right tackle on there.
Yep, both offensive tackles are on there, and defensive tackles and defensive ends are on there. Wow, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Will Lutz has gone from being injured onto COVID IR.
Yeah.
Marcus Williams, their starting safety, is out as well, so that's good. Jets have got a few. Jets have got loads. Wow. Any starters on there? Elijah Moore.
That's quite big, actually.
Yeah, John Franklin's their edge rushers off there as well. John Franklin Mines as well. So some big names gone. Philadelphia, there's no starters missing on that one. Pittsburgh have got Carl Joseph, their starting safety. Anthony Miller and Steven Sims and Marcus Allen out. Niners have, you should know this. Yeah, just their punter.
Just Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch. I'm not even going to try and say that.
Mitch Wisnowski.
Yeah, I'm going to let you pronounce that name.
He's Australian. He's Australian.
Australian. Mike Evans has gone onto COVID IR as well.
Yeah, no.
Tennessee's got Julio.
That's a big hit in one of my fantasy leagues. Super Bowl.
So yeah, Tennessee have got Julio's gone on, Julio Jones is on, and Bud Dupree have gone on, and Buster Skyron, what a name that is. And Washington have got only a couple on there, none of their starters on there now. So there's a hell of a lot. I saw a stat, what was it, 460 odd this year when he only had 260 last year in total?
Yeah. There was more in December this year than there was in the whole of last year.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
I think there's been over 400 in December or something.
So Adam Schefter tweeted last year from the start of the regular season through to the Super Bowl, there were 262 positive players positive.
Over 400 in December?
400 in December in this month alone, and this one went out 3 days ago.
Yes.
It shows that, yes, Omicron is a lot more transmissible. They probably do have it over there. But it also shows that maybe the protocols aren't quite right.
Yeah, aren't quite as strong as they were last year.
Yeah. And obviously everyone's changing things and making things easier. So it is going to be,
yes,
yeah, a bit more like that. Players of the week. I'm trying to find the banners. Would you like to go first?
I'll put yours on first.
You're going to go.
That's player of the month.
Sorry, I've got player of the week here. I'll go me first then. Could I go anywhere else? Don't think so. I mean, you went for his target.
Yeah, only because you said you were going for Burrows.
Yeah, we can't really both. He was superb.
I mean, I'd second Burrows, but as you said, you're going for him. I thought I'd go for someone else.
He was superb. 525 yards, only missing nine attempts. Yeah, superb. And he had a massive TD to Tyler Boyd again, didn't he?
Yeah.
2 big TDs to the lad. We haven't got Tom's, so yours is.
Well, I mean, it was his favorite target, wasn't it?
Yeah.
12 receptions, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Chase has seemed to drop down the pecking order a little bit, hasn't he?
I feel like T. Higgins has gone unnoticed this year because of Chase.
Probably, which isn't a bad thing.
T. Higgins has had a solid year.
He has been really good. He's picked up what? I think he's about half a dozen or 8 touchdowns this year. He is looking really, really good. But it's nice having more than one weapon. I mean, you've got Joe Mixon there, you've got T. Higgins, you've got Kyler Watt, and then you've got the rookie sensation, which is Jamar Chase.
Sensation.
He is really good.
Sensation.
He's not good. Sensation. He is.
You know,
he's not going to be an offensive rookie. he's not going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's having that rookie spell, isn't he? Yeah, which they all have.
Apart from Mac Jones, apparently.
No, he's been crap the last 2 weeks. Well, not crap. He's just not had those high standards.
On to Players of the Month, and we've got Toms.
Yeah, we have Toms. I'm going to pass that on. There you go. Justin Jefferson. Surprise, surprise. He's shown a Vikings player. At least we go elsewhere. Ollie, over to you.
So I chose Amon St. Brown.
I think that's about
right. I mean, as a rookie, they're pretty good stats.
He is good stats. He is.
39 receptions, 360 yards, 3 touchdowns. And I think he went in the 3rd round, did he not? 2nd or 3rd round?
3rd round, yeah. I actually drafted him in one of my fantasy leagues. Probably the fact because I watched the preseason game with him and Goff, and their connection was superb. I don't know what happened when they went into the season because it obviously hasn't happened. But yeah, he is a very good player. And he looks like he's going to be a good like mid-round pick, which is good.
Here's John Lewis.
John Taylor for me. Yeah. Welcome, John. How was your Christmas, mate? Hope he has a bad game this weekend.
Me
Has
too.
He got you boys, is he?
me too.
My player of the month has gone to Micah Parsons.
This guy is a rookie sensation.
He is a rookie sensation. Could win Rookie of the Year.
Should win Rookie of the Year.
Should win Rookie of the Year, but it doesn't go. It always goes offense. 17 tackles, 5 sacks, and a forced fumble in 3 games.
Yes.
Is pretty good stats. Not bad stats at all.
They're pretty incredible, actually.
They're pretty incredible. He is a great player. Really great player. On to the predictions.
How did we do this week?
We all got 2.
I know I went Bills.
We all went 2, and I can't find where I've written them down. We all went Bills.
And I did say I wanted to change my prediction if Lamar didn't start.
Yeah, you didn't do that. I went for Bengals. We all went 2. We all got 2. Kenny got a couple. John got a couple as well. We did see your predictions at the end, John. You got a couple, if I remember correctly, off the top of my head. We've got Tom's predictions in. I will give them now. He's gone Bengals, Cards, surprise, surprise, Vikings, Browns. Would you like to give your one against the Bengals Chiefs, Mr. Hope?
The Chiefs look pretty unstoppable at the moment.
They do, aren't they? I saw a record. They went first through 7 weeks. They're 3-4, and now they're 10-4 or 11-4.
I'm going to put my faith in Mahomes and say the Chiefs.
The good thing about the Chiefs,
I'm going to go with Noah's team.
Going to go with my eldest team. Yeah, he'll be happy with that one. The good thing about the Chiefs at the moment, or especially Patrick Mahomes, he's not trying the Hollywood style play.
No look passes.
Anymore. The no look passes. The oh crap, I'm in trouble. I'm going to throw it a long way. I'm going to hide that one because you don't want to see him.
He's playing smart. He's playing smart football.
Smart football. Okay, yes, Tyreek Hill's dropping a lot more than he normally does, but he is looking good. I'm doubling up on Chiefs as well on that one. I can't see. I know. Okay, yes, Bengals are really good this season, but Chiefs are just their defense has stepped up as well.
What's Kelly going for?
I don't know. What is Kelly going for? She's ignoring me. Cardinals, Cowboys.
We have Kelly's coming with them.
Bengals, Cowboys, Packers, Steelers. Steelers? Okay. What's your Cowboys Cardinals game?
The Cardinals haven't looked great the past couple of weeks.
They haven't, have they? They haven't looked good.
Think I'm going to go for Dak and Zeke and CD and the rest of the Cowboys team.
I'm going to go for the Cowboys as well, but the pressure is off Arizona. Now they've made the playoffs. You know, they didn't. They just missed out last year, despite everyone thinking, yes, they're going to make it. They're going to make it. And they let's put it this way. I'm sorry to my mate who's a Cardinals fan. Yes, you choked at the end of last season.
Well, Kyler got injured, didn't he?
Yeah, Kyler got injured, but there was a couple of dodgy decisions as well. But you choked. And I'm gonna double up and go with the Cowboys as well. I just can't. That offense is too good. That defense is too good as well. So I'm gonna double up with the.
I just realised.
Well.
No, I'm not quite going to totally disagree with Tom, but I am on this next one because I think it's going to be the Packers.
Yeah, he was always going to choose Vikings, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's never gonna go for the Green Bay to win. I don't think he's chosen Green Bay the 3 or 4 times.
He has once. He did once to prove a point.
Oh yeah, of course. They've got the
number
one DB.
I don't think he's shown his face since.
No. We think he's still alive. I don't think he's been attacked by the Viking fans. But yeah, it's with Phelan, who doesn't look himself the last 2 or 3 weeks. He's looked a bit battered. Dalvin Cook is struggling.
Is he out? Is he still out this week?
I don't know. But his brother, we talk about Dalvin Cook, his brother is one of the hot prospects. He's also a running back who's playing this weekend in one of the college playoff games.
Well, we know he's better than Patrick Mahomes' brother.
Patrick Mahomes' brother needs literally hung, drawn, and quartered and shot several times. Yeah, I can't go past Aaron Rodgers and that crew. Even when Aaron Rodgers is playing badly, or the offense is playing badly, they still find a way to win.
Especially with Jay Alexander, their main cornerback.
Yeah, with the number 1 DB back. Yes, Vikings are better than Browns, but they're not that much better. Going to beat, Green Bay.
Rodgers will find a way to win.
Good quarterbacks find ways to win. Yes, you're going to lose 2 or 3 games a season. It happens. Even Brady's done it like Tampa this year, and he did it a few times when he was at New England. It happens.
In 2000,
it's very rare you go full season.
In 2007, they only lost 1 game.
Yeah, didn't they?
Do you want to go through that game, Ollie?
No. Was that was the helmet catch one as well, wasn't it? And OC absolutely dominated our O-line. Yeah.
The helmet catch.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that game. I don't know if I was more upset about that and then rolling into the 89th minute of the Champions League final in '99.
That was good for you. That was good for you, was it not?
Not for 91.5 minutes, it wasn't. It wasn't for 90 magical seconds. As you can see, it's over my shoulder there. Okay, we'll get this right. Over my shoulder there.
My granddad always tells me the story about how he went to the toilets.
Is that what me when I went to get a drink or went to the loo when Pitts made that stunning one-handed catch?
Yeah, except he missed 2 Man United goals.
That's even worse.
He wasn't at the game, but
on to the last game. Which
this one's hard because it's a receding quarterback against an awful quarterback.
Against a bad quarterback against a really old, dodgy quarterback. I'm going to stand up here for Baker. Baker last season got that team to the playoffs. Baker, when he took over from Tyrod Taylor, when Tyrod Taylor got injured, the team looked better. Baker this year is coming from all kinds of injuries. He's had one of his main targets, dad, whinge about him and complain about him. He's had one of his running backs apparently complain about him. So is Baker's attitude the issue, and does he need to not do a Johnny Manziel and concentrate on football?
Yeah. You know what I might do? I might just disagree with Tom and everyone and go Steelers.
Oh, I'm actually going to go for Browns, but
I can't pick it, so I'm just going to go disagree with Tom and everyone and go with the Steelers.
You pretty much, yeah, you have.
I have.
Baker Mayfield, we don't know what COVID is going to do. Look at Cam Newton. Before he had COVID, he was an okay quarterback. When he had COVID, he looked like he'd never played the bloody game before. Shocking. So we don't know what COVID is going to do to Baker Mayfield. He is held together with gaffer tape. His shoulders, you've seen that shoulder brace. When he's going across his, how I'm going to get this right? No, when he's trying to throw across the field, he isn't getting that movement in his left arm. He can't move that arm as getting out of the way.
You shouldn't be throwing across your body anyway, really.
When you're going across like that, you are going to be throwing across your body because you've got to go to, in slants and out slants and all that as well as posts. But I don't think TJ Watt's not fully fit as well. He's carrying broken ribs. He's playing with broken ribs. He didn't look. He looked a shadow of himself against Kansas City's O-line, and that Kansas City O-line is not that good.
It's better than it was last season in the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, they are looking better, but they're still nowhere near as good as they prior to that.
Well, didn't they get Joe Thuney from the Patriots?
Yes. And they're still gelling. And I still, you would expect TJ Watt, fully fit TJ Watt, to absolutely destroy that O-line. Yeah. And he didn't. So that's a big negative to them, And then you've got Mr. Waste Time playing as well, who actually looked fairly good. He made some really good catches against Kansas, especially in the second half.
They've still got over that.
And now I'll give the ball back. Yeah, it's just waste 12 seconds.
12 seconds when there's less than a minute left.
It was less than 30 seconds, wasn't it? It was ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh, here's the ball ref.
Oh, yeah. Well, normally they run it to the spot, don't they? To the nearest one who's to the nearest to the mark. And it's just because he's not even a rookie, is he? It's his second year. You should understand that.
Yeah. I mean, a rookie should understand that.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, I like that meme with the guy with the airplane things. I put in the chat, and it was like Chase Claypool when he gets a first down.
I've seen that one. I
think I sent it to you in the chat.
Yeah, I think you did. To be fair, I could have refined for it. Quickly as we go through the AFC on the NFC player picture. NFC first. Packers are 1, clinch the division. Cowboys 2, no surprise, they've clinched the division. Rams 3, clinch the playoff. Bucks clinch the division. And Cardinals finally clinched the division, clinched the playoff place. Those 5 are safe in. The next 2 are a bit more tricky with you, Eagles, Vikings. Falcons aren't out of it. Saints aren't out of it.
The important thing is the Niners have the tiebreak over the Eagles, the Vikings, and the Falcons.
Yeah, Washington will be eliminated this weekend.
Yes.
Either way, unless they get a win. Panthers, Seahawks, Giants, Bears, and Lions have also been eliminated. It's going to be a very decisive weekend in the NFC, almost as decisive as the AFC, where only the Chiefs have clinched a playoff place so far. Tennessee, Cincinnati, Bills, Colts, Patriots, and Dolphins are so far in there.
Can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
Why are the Bills ahead of the Patriots when they're the same on record and the same on division? Or are the Bills better in division?
Bills are now better in division, I think.
Because you lost to Miami, didn't you?
Yeah. It goes on count back that way, I think it does. Yeah, it's interesting. The AFC is still wide open. It could be pretty much closed. Patriots could steal it this week with a win over Jacksonville, and Miami lose to someone who have Miami got Tennessee. So hopefully that happens.
The Chargers really should. The Chargers really should be 9-6.
The Chargers. Oh, the Raiders. I put the Raiders twice. Whoops. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, it's those Raiders are hanging in there. I think they could clinch it. They've got what they got. So they've got Indianapolis, and then they've got LA Chargers. I would be a bit worried about those Oakland Raiders. Personally,
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Sorry, they're no longer in Oakland.
Don't let John hear you say that.
Well, they'll always be Oakland. That's where they came from. You know, with the Oakland A's on the baseball field.
So my dad still calls them the bloody Los Angeles Raiders.
God, they were there, weren't they? Did they go LA then Oakland?
They went Oakland, then LA, then back to Oakland, and now Las Vegas.
It's mad, isn't it? It is cool that we've got a stadium in Las Vegas on the end of the strip. That is pretty cool.
I mean, it's a pretty cool stadium.
It's an epic stadium.
I mean, we need to start planning our trip for the draft.
We do. Mr. Hope, it has been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
I hope you have a wonderful New Year's Eve.
Well, I mean, I'll see you on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we'll see each other in about, 15 hours, 16 hours, something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Everyone else, have a wonderful, safe New Year's Eve. And we'll see you in 2022, hopefully with all three of us. Hopefully Tom will be back with us.
Maybe Tom can start a New Year's resolution to actually turn up for the show.
That would be quite cool. Ladies and gentlemen, have a happy new year and stay safe.
See you next year, guys.